Hi, so today I am going to be giving my presentation on how culture influences communication, and I'll be focusing on Hinduism. I'm hoping to get through this speech without my daughter running in and being all loud. I'm going to be hitting on the three main points today on how culture is learned, how it's lived, and how it is layered. And here I have included Earth is my mother and I am son of her. It was said by one of the Hindu gurus. So, culture is learned. Um, Hindus learn about their culture and identity through various religious beliefs, through participation of rituals and ceremonies that they learn from an early age. And they also study these sacred texts like the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Purana. So here are some examples of how the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Purana looks. And these are just their sacred books. They contain knowledge about the religion, philosophy, and moral principles. The Vedas, for example, is the Hindu's oldest text, and it's a four-parter. They have the Red Veda, the Sama Veda, the Yurha Veda, and the Artvada Veda, and they just kind of inform the religion of the Dharma, or the internal order and internal path. The Upanishads are the secret teachings and the underlying truths that address the concepts of the Vedas. And then there's also, and they reveal knowledge of creation and the operation of the universe. And then we have the Purana, that is sacred literature, and that contains a collection of myths, legends, and genealogy. And I've also included here gurus being a crucial role in teaching. They teach about the cultural and religious aspects, helping individuals to understand and embody the values of and practices of Hinduism. This is my favorite part of the presentation. It is the Hindu symbols, and I found it really interesting to kind of get a background of where all these things come from that you see on TV, and that you like hear about, about, but never really knew where it rooted from. So to start, we'll talk with the about the Dharma wheel, or the Dharma chakra, and that is just what they consider to be in accord with the order of the universe and what makes life possible. Dharma is, of course, the concept of duty and moral responsibility of Hindus. I also want to touch on the The is actually made up of three letters. That symbol there with the it's yellow and red writing. So those are three letters, AUM, and they symbolize the universe and ultimate reality. And I found it really interesting. It's believed to be the sound heard at the time of creation. So when the earth was created, that was the sound heard. And we may hear it often on TV, hearing people in meditation go over and over. It is a sacred practice that helps energize the body and the mind. So yeah, that's the And I also wanted to touch a little bit here on the swastika. That is, the swastika, we know, of course, is taken in a very negative light, thanks to Nazi Germany. But way, way, way long time ago, Hindus actually coined that. They came up with that, and it actually represents good fortune and prosperity and well-being. So it does mean something good. Of course, it has a very negative connotation now. And then the lotus flower, that represents spiritual enlightenment, beauty, fertility, purity, and eternity. And also cows, they actually, cows are big in Hindu. They represent motherhood, they represent good fortune. They're a very sacred animal. Hindus do not eat beef at all. So, we talked a little bit about how Hindu culture is learned, and now I want to talk about how it's lived. And they live daily. They are praying. They are praying and giving devotion. That's a very important part of their practice, and it usually takes place in the temples or even shrines in their homes. So, a couple of their practices and part of their daily rituals is mantras, or sacred chants. They can usually consist of words, phrases, or sounds that are repeated aloud or internally. It's also the ahimsa, that it means nonviolence. That is a practice that they live by. They avoid violent conduct and behavior, both mental and physical, when dealing with themselves and also other living creatures, which is why most Hindus tend to be either vegetarian or vegan, to avoid, being a part of animal cruelty. And then I also included here the practice of yoga. And yoga, as they practice it, is a way to unite with the divine. And it's also a method for achieving proper order within yourself and the universe. And going more into living, we have the arts, aesthetics, and food. Hindu is huge on artwork. Artwork, sculptures, statues. They like a lot of epic poems and songs and stories, and they love the music. They're usually known for like the Indian music with the sitar and the tabla. And they also dress. They have their saris, their cholis, the kurtas. I actually have a sari. Oh, that's about me. I have a sari that we got from Sri Lanka. We took a family trip to Sri Lanka, and here is one of the beautiful, beautiful designs. And I mean, they have them wrapped just so. I wish I could figure out how to wrap them right now, but they are wrapped just so. And then they have like I said, the churis underneath. The colis underneath. And that just is a crop top as we know it. But yeah, really beautiful body art, makeup. They known for the mendi or the henna. I'm sure we've seen the henna tattoos, that we get at like festivals and everything. And they're also really big on nose rings, earrings, and all that stuff, all the jewels. And here I've just included a few pictures of hitting back on the points of the henna, their beautiful jewelry like the nose rings, the earrings, the saris, the traditional Indian dance, and Hindu diet. Lastly, I'll discuss how the culture is layered. So there are various co-cultures or sects within Hinduism, and each of these cultures has its own specific deities, rituals, customs, and practices. I mean, there are so many, way too much to talk about in this one little presentation, but it's really worth looking into for sure. So here I've just included, I wanted to touch on the three main cultures or religions within Hinduism. The first being Vaishnavaism, and this focuses on the Lord or the deity Vishnu, known for his 10 avatars. So he was the preserver or the guardian of men, and he protected the order of things. And also, he appeared on earth in different avatars or incarnations, to fight against evil spirits and to maintain harmony. Shaivism is worshipped around the goddess Shiva. Shiva is the goddess of destruction and rebirth. She destroys the universe and puts it back in order to recreate it. And finally, Shaktism emphasizes the devotion of the goddess Shakti. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation on Hinduism and how its culture affects communication. Thank you.